This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show, where someone gave anal last week. Someone may have taken it. I don't know about that, but we know someone on the show gave anal last week.
Yeah.
Not on the show.
Not on the show.
Not on the show.
I would have been very sad if I were gone for the anal show.
You
That's what I've been waiting for.
Tommi missed the anal show. Well, Tommi had anal last week, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
What about you?
Did you have any anal?
No anal last week.
Oh, my God.
Not even like a finger
Bill's
or
out of the
anything.
club.
Dork.
Oh, were you the giving or the receiving end?
Virgin. Receiving.
Oh, I was on the giving end.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wasn't
wasn't
with
us.
us.
It wasn't
It
together.
wasn't with us. No, we
You
didn't.
guys
Tommi and
have
I did
your
not
own
have
separate
anal.
people
We
to
did
do
not.
sex things with.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome to the Bill Squire Show. We got Tommi LC. We got AJ DeCosimo.
Hello.
And on last week's episode, we'll start with this. Or do you want to do it later? Let's start with it.
I don't care.
AJ told a story
Mm-hmm.
about how he went to a store,
An outlet store.
an outlet store, and he had to use the restroom very badly.
Mm.
And when he went to try and get in there, it was locked. And then he went to find somebody, and they unlocked it. And then a line accumulated, and he was like fourth or fifth in line, and he was doing the pee-pee dance. He couldn't hold it any longer. So AJ made an executive decision to pee on the floor at the store.
Oh, you didn't go into the women's restroom?
It was out of order.
What does that mean?
No, it
You could have still gone in there and peed in there probably.
on
that floor.
Thanks, Dad. I know. I've had this conversation a million fucking
You
times
did?
since
But-
last week.
You peed on the floor? Did anyone even notice?
What?
Did anyone notice?
No, nobody noticed. I think I would have been all over the billboards by now.
How did you do it with nobody knowing?
I just kind of, I don't know. It was
It was so
on
quiet.
a dark corner. So
I
he
kind of
to
went to like a part of the store
that
where like
nobody
no
was- yeah.
one was at. And I just pulled it out.
Oh,
Went.
you weren't in line. I just
No.
assumed you just pulled it out in line. I'm like, how did no one know?
And surprisingly, Tommi is like acting the coolest out of everybody I said that story.
It's
to.
a fucking wild thing to do.
It is,
It got my girlfriend really heated.
I
What
know.
are we doing here?
Confused. I'm just confused.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, so
You
I
wanna-
didn't.
I have a really cool pee story. I may have told it. I don't know.
Oh,
I peed into a Gatorade bottle while driving on the highway once.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no spills, but
That's awesome.
Really
I don't-
impressive.
I know.
I guess like I've done that
It's
as a
wide
man and had a little bit of spills. But
Gotta
like that's a pretty
cup it up.
That's a steady hand.
I don't want to one up you, Tommi.
Yeah.
I did that the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but with shit.
Ew.
into a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, shit in a Gatorade. No, it was
No
actually
mess.
it was a Coca-Cola bottle.
Oh, that's even narrower.
Yeah, just
Little
just
Play-Doh.
vacuum
like
sucked
Glass
it
one.
right around
Yeah.
the brown eye there.
Yeah, but my girlfriend was very mad at you.
I know.
Because
Does
we
she
watched
hate
the
me
episode
now?
when I got
Part-
home.
Has she worked at a gas station before?
No, this wasn't a gas.
It was an outlet store.
Oh,
But she's
outlet store. Oh,
she's-
shit. I was thinking a gas station the whole time. Okay.
You know, she's
Yeah.
worked in customer service, or she's worked at, like, she's done retail. She's worked at, bars and stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
people get pretty gross there, and, like, she hates the idea of cleaning that up. So that's why she was so fucking, she's like, some fucker's got to clean that shit up.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel bad. It's on my conscience.
Go back and, like, leave a tip or something. Just, like, ask
it's
who was
an
Ask,
outlet
ask who had to
store.
clean it up.
Well, no, I'm not walking back in there.
Yeah, you probably
Just be like,
can't.
I heard.
Yeah.
That
What
somebody
if
did
I
this.
what if I applied to work there?
Your photo's
Got
already on the
job.
wall.
I know.
And then you're gonna have to, that might be the right way thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the job, but you're also on the ban list, and you just have to wear disguises every day.
I have to wear like those cool glasses with the big nose.
Yes. That would be cute.
So between the Alan Cox show and this recording, I run home real quick to let Whoopsie out, make sure she's got food and everything, and just check on her, and take her for a little walk, just check on my dog. And when I'm pulling into my condo, you have to go down the ramp, and there's this lady with a dog there, and the door's not open. So she's like halfway down the ramp. So I don't know what the fuck she was doing on the ramp. If that door's not open, the further you go down, it's not going to start opening automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why she was doing that. And then as I try to pull in to like use my key card to get in, she starts moving closer to the wall and like towards me. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I didn't even say that. I just pulled up as close as I could without being near her. And then like, as I roll my window down, she's like, you're very close to me. I'm like, yeah, because you're moving towards a moving car. You are on this ramp for whatever reason. All I'm going to do is touch this thing and drive around you. But you keep, like, you're in control of how close you are to my car because I'm stopped and you keep moving. So why are you moving towards me?
Did you say all this to her?
Yeah. And I was just
How
like,
did she respond?
she's just like, I don't know. And she's like foreign and she's an old lady. And she's so that I just was like, whatever. And I just zoomed around her. But it was just a really weird way of
the confidence
dealing with that situation for her. Like to see a car come, first of all, to be on the ramp in the first place makes no sense. If the garage, like I'll take Whoopsie down that ramp, but I move at a good enough pace. Well, also, whenever I try and take Whoopsie down the ramp, she starts like chucking towards it, like she's like, we gotta get under there. Like she's so ready for it to go under the ramp or to go under the garage door. But this lady, like, she had no plan. I think she was just meandering. But it's also at the time of day when there is probably the most traffic. Between like 5 and 6 o'clock. This is a little after 6 o'clock. So like probably between 5 and 7, it's a constant stream of people coming down that ramp. And she's just down there with her scruffy looking dog, which is pretty cute. But she was just like, you're very close to me. I'm like, you're moving towards me.
You're close to me.
You're moving towards me. I'm not. And I'm the one in the car on the way to, like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
You're in the right
What
place.
are you doing here?
Yeah.
Did you brandish your gun, your pistol? You fucking
I didn't
bitch.
need to shoot an old lady.
No, you don't shoot her. You show it. Show it
Hit
to
her
her.
with the car.
No, I had a car. I could have just hit her.
Yeah. The gun's
But I
more
didn't need
scary,
to
though.
because I could, like, I understand how to drive my car and not hit humans and dogs, especially like it's a very simple thing to do. But she kept moving towards me and then yelled at me for being close to her. I'm like, you're moving towards me, you dim shit.
You dim shit. I mean,
Dim shit.
same.
Yeah, that works.
no
That
light.
works.
No
She's
light.
dumb shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So that got me a little fired up. And then also,
You know what I would have did?
What do you,
I would have walked into her apartment and pulled out my dick and pissed on the floor.
well, I don't even know where her apartment is because I don't think she lives in my building. I think she was
just
from one of the other buildings, and she just shows up being weird, and I didn't get it. I did not get it, but yeah. And I was also kind of bummed.
What happened?
Because on Friday when I was driving towards the gym, there's a Tim Misney billboard on the Shoreway.
Now, who's
What a
Tim
guy.
Misney?
Tim Misney is...
Misney makes them pay?
No, I know, but like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people...
no,
I thought you didn't know. I'm like, what's
No,
wrong
I
with
know,
you?
but for the listeners who might
Tim
not be
Misney
from the region.
Is a popular TV lawyer in Cleveland. He runs a bunch of ads that are like have been parodied a bunch of times and people, make fun of him. But he also is incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
He's got like this whole compound he calls Misneyland.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You never heard about Misneyland?
No.
Oh. So Polk has been there. My friend Mike Polk, who's a comedian in town.
Is this a cult?
No. It's just like, it's just he's just a dude that has a ton of money. And he has like built this huge compound of like, it's
What's
a mansion.
there?
It's got like a hunting lodge in it. And he nicknamed it Misneyland because he's an egomaniac.
Is he a nice guy, though?
So the only interaction I've ever really had with him was when he came on the Alan Cox show. This is probably like the first couple months that I was on the show. And he was wearing like this pinstripe suit. And I was like, oh, you're just like one of the kings of comedy. And he gave me like a weird look and like didn't laugh at that. And then he was promoting a reality show that he paid to have shot. And then he shopped it to a bunch of networks and nobody bought it. So he put it up on his website. And I kept making kind of cracks about that. I'm like, guys, remember, you're not watching this on TV. You're watching this at timmisney.com or whatever the fuck his website was. And like, who wouldn't want to watch this reality show
on timmisney.com?
On timmisney.com.
Have you seen his sex tape?
Tim Misney has a sex tape?
No, not yet.
Not yet. But anyway, there's a billboard for Tim Misney on so I thought those things were funny, but he doesn't like he doesn't like me. Like Polk's made videos making fun of him, and he loves those videos. I think when you go a little directly at him, he doesn't like it as much.
Okay.
Like I was kind of going right at the guy. But he's got a billboard on the Shoreway, and somebody wrote in big black marker. He's a big white bald guy, looks like Lex Luthor, and he even like I've heard a story about him having like he plays into the Lex Luthor thing in his home. Like he's got like
I don't like it.
Yeah, so then
I was just complimenting him, but now he was weird.
Well, he's got a big billboard on the Shoreway, and he doesn't even put his name or anything. All it says is Misney makes him pay.
Yep.
He doesn't have a phone number or anything. It's just Misney makes him pay. That's how much. Yeah, and he's pointing. Misney makes him pay, and that's how much recognition he has in this area because he's a personal injury lawyer, and he's made a fuck ton of money.
You know, he made me question on whether or not I was stationed at Camp Lejeune.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, was I stationed at Camp Lejeune?
Well, that's like the one that he has like Camp Lejeune equals cancer on the billboard that he's got up, and then Misney makes him pay, and then someone put in big black letters wrote douche on his head, and I was like, oh, that's great, and I saw it when I was on my way to the gym, and I was like, I'm gonna get a picture of that the next time I drive by it, and then the next time I drove by it, it was already cleaned off.
Yeah, he's got that money.
Yeah, and that really bummed me off.
He's just like, I need you to take the douche off my head, Steve.
Yeah, he just made one phone call. Misney makes him pay for calling him a douche.
He's just like, I'm going to make them pay.
Yeah, I'm not paying
to clean the douche off my forehead.
So I just thought that was very funny, but I wish I had photographic evidence.
Yeah,
I should have. Like, I was like, oh, should I just go get this picture real quick and then go to the gym? And I was like, no, it'll be there. Because usually graffiti's around for a while.
Yeah.
Wait a second. So
it was gone.
It was gone by the time you went to the gym and by the time you left the gym?
No, because it was like you only see it one way on the Shoreway.
Okay.
So I was hoping to see it like Tuesday. So that was Friday, and then today I went down the Shoreway and it was already cleaned off.
What he's saying is he didn't work out from Friday to Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Well, I was recording my comedy special.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you.
And then it was a Labor Day, and I'm not going to.
I honestly did the same. I did the same.
Yeah. But you've been working out a lot, and you're getting great results.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been trying.
Good. I need to actually get like I've been getting strong. I need to actually like lose weight, but whatever. I'm just strong and fat. But yeah, this weekend was the comedy special taping, and Tommi came out.
What did you think? It was so fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You came out to the Saturday Late Show, correct?
Yes. Yeah, the last one. With my husband and his dad and his girlfriend. Nice. So that was fun.
Yeah. What did they think of it? Did they have a good time?
Yeah, they had a good time.
They laughed and had it because, I got some jokes that are a little off color, so I never know how certain people are going to react to them.
How the polyamorous couple will react to them.
Yeah. No. It was me and my husband, and then his dad and his dad's girlfriend. Not my husband's girl. I know it's kind of complicated, confusing.
There's a lot of spouses and
well, I didn't bring it up either. So I was just doing the dumb jokes that I do. Right. But you never know how people are going to react. But it seemed like everybody there wasn't a bad show of all of them. They're all real fun. Like
the drunk girls were getting
close, the drunk birthday girls. Yeah, but I feel like by the time I was up, they were pretty handled. Because Mickey Genosi, let me give Mickey Genosi a shout out.
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Mickey Genosi knew what was going on, and he took a bullet for the rest of the show by yelling at this. There was a table of 8 drunk black women, and they were talking the whole show. They were just and they were listening, but then they would do the thing where after a joke, they okay, let's discuss the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
let's talk about why. And they would, and then they wanted to be fucked with a little bit. And Mickey just goes, hey, shut the fuck up. You just need to shut the fuck up. This is a comedy special taping. Hey, would everybody like them to shut the fuck up? And everybody was like, yeah. But there was a timid it's not the fuck yeah kind of thing. So they're okay. And they were good. They were, and I fucked with them a little bit because they're we're from Columbus, and I'm and you came to Cuyahoga Falls for your birthday? This is where all the other Airbnbs booked, and you just
you just decided you were gonna go to Cuyahoga Falls. Yeah. No, Mickey Genosi's funny.
Mickey Genosi's great. Yeah, it was.
Him and I got in a little bit of trouble one time at Hilarities.
Yeah, you did.
Being in corners?
No, we were wrestling each other. I talked about
Oh yeah,
this. We were
yeah.
wrestling
Oh yeah,
backstage.
adults. Yeah,
We were
wrestling.
adults wrestling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it.
Did you play peekaboo too?
No, we didn't play peekaboo.
Oh, I think we're gonna get a burp this episode.
Maybe.
We'll
It's
see.
not as intense as it has been.
Oh, really?
We'll see.
Well,
Give it a little time.
we'll see what happens. And then let's see. Yeah. So the comedy taping went great, and I'm gonna put it out on YouTube, my YouTube channel, just the Bill Squire one. On I'm hoping for November 20. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get the switch in time, so you weren't on camera.
It's
but
okay.
You can still
Oh,
hear
did
it.
you
Yeah.
miss the signal?
No, I saw the signal, but I was like,
I didn't think it was gonna come that quick.
yeah.
You said it, and then it
That's
just
what-
came. It was
Mhm.
deep.
How fun.
That's what she says.
Yeah.
Well, here's what Tommy said to me on the. Tommy was. I was telling her how to get into the building from the parking garage. I'm like, come to the north stairwell and come on down. And she, like, when I go to pick her up, she's on the opposite side. She's like, well, I get disoriented in here. And I was like, but would you have known which side was north?
No,
anyway?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. No.
Which way do you think north is right now?
Oh, that way?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
north, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you know
I think
an easy way to know that?
baseball field.
No, the baseball field's
The
that way.
baseball-
No,
Okay.
is it not? Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The lake's
The
that
lake.
way.
Well, no, I know the lake is north, but
But the lake is north of here.
why do I always keep thinking that the door is right here to like where we parked at? We're not on the same street.
We're not. See, I think
I'm
you come in on
confused.
Prospect,
Mm-hmm. And what's this?
but this is Euclid.
Oh, okay.
So-
Never mind. Well, I was right, but I think it was. I think I meant to be wrong.
I was right. But
That's how bad you are at directions.
Yeah. Yes, I've always had a GPS since like I could drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
But here's the text that I appreciated from Tommy. I don't remember if doors have access keys. Do I need to let you know when I'm close? And I think that's a kind thing for anybody. Always let them know when you're close. Right? Just, especially if you're doing certain things, you're like down there. Have you been down there for a while?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm close. You're like, all right.
Thank
Because I don't want to lose whatever's been working.
Right.
So
yeah.
you go, okay, I'm close. I'm like, then I'm going to keep doing exactly what I've been doing so that we get you there.
Yes.
Because what is a bummer is when you get someone close and then they lose it.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about coming into the building?
Yeah. It's really freaking.
Right, and then they get lost because
intense.
they don't
Yeah,
know
it was like, oh my
where
God,
Euclid
where'd
and
you
Prospect are.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
So what was the other thing? I have a list of things to talk about. Did you guys hear about the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond?
No.
I heard
What?
that the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond was in the news, but I don't know what happened.
Okay, so
Or
the
why.
Oh, I'm
CEO
excited.
of Bed Bath & Beyond, they're going through a tough time right now. When's the last time you went to a Bed Bath & Beyond? It's been years for me.
Yeah.
Over 10.
Over 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably been around 10 years for me.
Yeah,
it's
like,
been
I
a long
don't-
time. It's
Yeah.
someplace I would go when I was married, and I don't think I've been in there since. Have you ever even been into a Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Does
know.
AJ
'cause-
not look
I have.
like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Right,
you
yeah,
piss
Yeah,
on
I
the
get
floor
the
there?
questioning.
Tommy.
I get the
Did you
questioning.
piss on the floor there?
Do I look like somebody
That piss on the
who
floor.
would piss on the floor of a store?
You wouldn't
I mean,
be able to
you
smell
now,
it there
yeah.
at least. Like, they
Yeah,
got a lot of
that's actually a good
sense.
point.
Yeah.
Um,
Go there next
so
time.
I did it in the bath part.
the CEO of Bed Bath Beyond, that's the right place to do it.
Yeah.
It happened.
Proud of you.
They're going through some rough times.
Okay.
They lost a bunch of money. I think they got bought out and they're reorganizing all that stuff. Whatever, all those things that struggling companies are going through. Kohl's going through a similar thing. And he jumped to his death from what is called the Jenga building in New York City.
Why is it called the Jenga building?
Because I guess it's like this artsy building where all the pieces look like they're kind of
Like Jenga
pushed out a
pieces?
little bit. Like, yeah, it looks like a Jenga.
Uh-huh.
He jumped from the top of the
He jumped from his apartment. I don't know if it was like the top.
Oh, so he lived in the Jenga building.
He lived
Damn,
in the
that
Jenga
sounds
building.
sick, kind of.
Why did he jump?
He was felt the pressure of being a CEO of a failing company. And he decided the best way to deal with that was to kill himself. Oh, he died, by the way.
Oh, good. Good.
I guess his wife was
He
in.
succeeded.
Yeah. I mean, he did
He
succeed at
did.
that.
He
He
did.
failed at being a
Did he leave a
CEO,
note?
but he succeeded at killing himself.
Yeah.
Well, you got to really suck
That's a
at
winner right
suicide if you jump from the top of a building
And don't
you don't die. You got to be
What-
really bad.
Well, you could have like jumped and like hit another Jenga piece. Like, damn it! Like only a,
Yeah, but then,
a few
you know what you
feet.
do? You jump again.
Yeah, good point.
I want to see this Jenga building. It's a pretty cool looking building.
That's a building.
It
I'd
sounds
jump off.
cool. Yeah, I'd commit suicide
Yeah,
there
I'd
for
commit
sure.
Suicide there for sure. Why did did he leave like a note behind or anything?
I don't know if he left a note.
Mm.
I don't think. Let me see.
You kind of laughed when you said, "Did you hear about him?" Is there a
Yeah.
funny part to this
Yeah,
joke?
yeah.
Or
No,
to
it's
the
not-
story?
I was
it's-
wondering the same
just,
thing.
I know.
It's just a crazy thing
There was
that
a
happened. Like
It was a laugh.
It was a
Why
laugh,
is
but
it that crazy? Why is it that crazy? This a man committed suicide.
Yeah, it's
that
a cra-
happens all the time.
But not when they're like CEOs
The
and not
CEO
from
of
a
the-
big, like, expensive New York high rise like that.
I know, like the way you said it. Yeah, he's
it
just like
seemed very
you know,
funny.
he
Well,
went-
'cause
I
I
know
was-
he went like,
like-
did you guys hear about what
Wasn't
happened?
that- I
to
think
the
it's funny. It's just like I was like, oh, I thought like it's more like a oh, like that kind.
Okay.
Not like, ha, ha. It's an oh.
It
not
seemed
a-
very.
CEO?
Maybe we can go back and review.
Oh,
it.
did you
Yeah,
hear
we
about it?
will.
Did you hear about what happened to the Jenga building?
Oh.
Yeah, the Jenga building is not to be confused with the Independent, which is in Austin, Texas.
I never would have.
Does that one also look like a Jenga thing?
Apparently, let me take a look at it.
Mm.
Yeah, it does.
What was his name?
Donnie Jenga.
Donnie Jenga.
Let me see what. Do you think when he jumped out, he's like, "To Bed Bath and Beyond"?
Yes. Oh, that's already a meme, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't the CEO. He's a CFO. Bed Bath & Beyond CFO falls to
financial?
death days after company announces massive closures and layoffs. Gustavo Arnal, 52, died from a fall from the luxury skyscraper where he lived in downtown Manhattan, according to police and multiple reporters.
Mm.
So, I don't... Yeah, I guess there wasn't... Maybe he fell. Maybe it was an accident.
I don't know.
Maybe his wife. murdered him.
Yeah, no money.
Oh, you know
no
what I
money,
think?
no.
I think he needs a personal injury lawyer.
Misney makes him play Jenga.
Yeah. If you guys were gonna kill yourself, how would you do it? Let's lighten up the
Car. I'd like
Oh yeah.
gas. I just, yeah. I like the smell of exhaust. So
Okay,
I feel like
oh,
if I die that
Not
way,
like
I'd be
try and
fine.
crash the car.
No,
You would
no,
just-
no. I just,
Yeah. I
carbon
knew exactly what
monoxide.
you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared to die. I'll just make it an easy way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
How would
fun.
you die?
What I would glue my hands in my head,
Okay.
and then I would hang myself with cheese wire to make it look like I pulled my own head off. Try to like find a way to decapitate myself. So I'm like holding my own head.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, so
That'd be fun.
So you want
you
decapitation.
want to
Yeah.
But self-decapitation.
Self decapitation. Yeah, but I would like super glue.
But your hands need to stay
like Gorilla
glued.
glue.
Because you drop your head.
Right. I don't want to drop my head.
Yeah.
that might
That's
hurt.
not good.
That-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That
Sure.
might.
Um, I want to slip on someone's piss on a store floor and hit my head so hard that I die.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I like the cheese wire idea, like
Yeah.
the hold your own head.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, well, that was weird, but I mean,
Yeah, but that was
like
hilarious.
it's a story. It's a story forever.
Yeah.
At my funeral, people were like, "That was so him.
Yeah.
That was so
Like,
him."
he always wanted to entertain, like
Yeah.
the sad clown, that kind of
Clown.
I think
Was I a handsome mime?
Yeah.
Was I a handsome mime?
You're a handsome mime for
Thanks.
sure. Yeah. You're welcome.
I think I like the Tommy route where you gotta, because that's like a peaceful good go
Yeah.
to sleep, or like just overdose on pills. I don't want to
Yeah.
do the like.
I feel like
I
want
to do the gun thing because I don't want people to have
I
to
don't
clean
want
up
to fuck
messes.
up either. I don't want to fuck up either.
No, I'm gonna leave a big mess. Yeah,
Your version's gonna have a very big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, either way you do it, you're gonna leave a mess because you're gonna pee and poop yourself.
True.
Yeah,
Very
but
true.
but like there being a
different
ton
mess.
of blood and brains all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
One's more graphic
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that's very considerate of you.
I try to be. I try to be a considerate person.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I killed myself is because other people weren't considerate, and I could never match the level of considerate that
What
I
if
am.
I like fist fought a stationary train like until I died? I just keep punching a
Yeah?
train. Yeah,
How'd
like
you-
headbutting a
Yeah,
train
Okay.
until I died.
I like it.
Yeah.
Why a train?
Isn't it called suicide by cop?
Yeah, where you're running at a cop to try and like attack them.
Yeah, and
And
then
then they shoot you.
yeah. No.
Mhm.
But I feel like with white guys, they're just like, oh, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
You're right.
just
Yeah,
tase
you
them and,
can't.
like,
It's
yeah,
impossible.
Put them down.
Yeah.
Very impossible.
I had to call 911 the other day.
On who? For who?
I was in a
Not on who.
oh, it was on somebody. I had to call the police. I was in a store, and some dude was just being an idiot. He was just crazy. He just kept walking around to people saying, "You got a big watermelon head." I'm like,
Was this the same outlet store?
no.
Oh, that would have been
No.
funny. You could have just blamed him.
I could have
It
just blamed
was.
that guy. No, yeah, he just kept like yelling obscenities.
Mm-hmm. And he was just yelling, "You got a big watermelon."
Yeah, and then people would be like, "Hey, there's kids." He'd be like, "Shut up! You got a big watermelon head." I'm like, okay, this guy's hilarious.
but
But I could see the
But, like,
staff were
yeah.
like very upset. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll call the cops on this guy.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything to me because like I was like, I kind of like British passed him and we kind of like exchanged
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
things. I was kind of like, ever giving someone to look like I'm not fucking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those things. It was
I
like,
could
don't
see
you
that.
fucking.
Yeah, you're like,
Don't fuck with me.
you can
Yeah,
mess
but-
with the other people. Well, you don't mess with
Right.
me.
Yeah.
You don't mess with AJ.
Because I'm not
Were
like.
you still dressed like a mime at this time?
No, I
I was
wasn't.
gonna say
Oh,
that might
that'd
have
be
like
amazing.
helped him.
I kept getting messages the day after that aired
Mhm.
saying that I've never been funnier in my entire life than I was on the episode last week.
It was a great episode. It
Yeah.
was very, very funny. But you also like, as funny as you were, I feel like people also like, they're like, oh, we love AJ, and then you get to the piss story, and they're like, what the fuck?
No, your girlfriend was really the only one that was upset with me.
There
other people
was
that-
other people that messaged me that were pretty.
Oh,
upset,
really?
Yeah.
Do I know them?
I feel like, I know,
Mm.
But I feel like the way it went was like the people that thought you were funny messaged you, and then the people
Yeah.
that thought that you were a piece of shit for doing that messaged me.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Do they hate me forever now?
No,
those
I
people.
don't think
No,
so. They're just like, I don't know why he
They'll
would
forget.
do that.
I didn't want to do that.
You just had, it was just a situation.
Tommy gets it.
I get it.
Like I wasn't like
Listen,
in control. Like
have,
I just
like-
did it.
Yeah, if I have to pee, like it has to be immediate. Hence the Gatorade bottle. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
like-
peed in for sure cups, like McDonald's cups in
Yeah.
parking lots. I could probably
And
get
there-
arrested
there's
for
food
that,
on the
but it's
floor.
bad.
No, I didn't-
No,
I
I've
didn't-
never made a mess.
I didn't like. It wasn't the whole thing. I just got enough out to
That you
where I
could
was
feel
like,
better.
okay, I can go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I left and went somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
You got the very minimal amount that like
Yeah.
just
I'm like,
Like,
okay,
just so the
I'm
cup
not
won't
gonna
pour over.
explode anymore.
Yeah, just so the cup won't spill. Just
Yeah.
take a little sip off the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was more than a little sip off the top, Tommy. Tommy.
Did you just cross your eyes at me?
No, I didn't cross my eyes
Okay.
at you. What do you mean? I don't even know what you mean by cross my eyes.
I don't know. It looked like you went cross-eyed, but maybe it was just a light.
No.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that?
what it looked
No,
like.
I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Can you cross your eyes?
Yeah,
I can't.
I did it just now.
Listen, we gotta do it. Turn closer to the camera and do it.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, that's pretty good. You can't, Tommy?
No,
I haven't done it in a long time.
That's because Tommy's got it. Oh, you did it.
that's
Yeah,
all
okay.
I can do.
You
I'm just
are
staring.
literally
Wait,
crossing
was
your
I?
eyes,
Was
yeah.
I
Do it
really?
again.
I've never
Yeah,
done it
You were
again.
literally
Look
crossing
right at
your
the
eyes
camera
right
and do
now.
it.
No,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know
You're
what I'm
doing
doing.
it.
I feel like
You
I'm
did
just
it.
staring. Nice.
No, you did
Got
it.
Yeah, you did.
I used to
all right.
not be able to do that. I can't wink my left eye either. I can only.
Well, that's because you have that stupid Bell's palsy.
Yeah, we had that stupid Bell's
Bell's palsy.
I couldn't do a wink with my which one? I think it was my left eye for a
Yeah.
long time. And one day I just like that's what I'm going to do today. I was probably
just
like
wink my left eye.
13 years old, and I'm like, I'm going to learn to wink with this eye.
I
gonna do that
spent-
at
And it just-
32.
yeah, got it.
I was way too old before I stopped trying to move things with my mind.
How
Really?
old?
I was in my 20s. I was still trying to move things with my mind.
Did it ever work?
No, there was like a couple times where I thought that maybe it did, like just a little bit, but it was just like.
Now, did you try different ways of doing it, or did you just always just be like, I'm just gonna concentrate?
Well, how else do you do it outside of?
Well, I don't know.
No, I just like concentrate on the thing.
But I feel like if you're just trying the same way every time, it's not gonna work.
No, I thought it was like one of those things like practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what I would think too.
I don't know how else I would move things with my mind outside of moving things with my mind.
Well, I mean, but I think there's like the way you stare at it and you hold your hand out and you're like, all right, I'm gonna move this with my mind. Maybe there's other methods that you could try and figure out where it's like more like, oh, I'm gonna like lazily go like this and like not like almost like a magic eye where it's like in the back of your mind where you're thinking about this. You're like, what I'm trying to do is move the mouse right now, but I'm not going to just like gonna like focus on it. I'm just gonna like put that in the back of my mind, and then maybe it'll start moving because I'll like tap into some subconscious ability that you
so
maybe have. Try again.
Maybe
keep trying. Why stop?
I don't know. I have other things to do.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like people in the ass. Come on.
I guess so. Pee on the floor of a store. I guess. See, Tommy's not mad at me. Tommy gets it.
No, I'm not mad. I get it. I have been in.
You've been in those situations.
Yeah, where I just have to pee.
I mean,
drunkenly peed in somebody's driveway too.
Well, that's
if you saw me.
I peed outside a lot.
Yeah. If you saw me on the security camera of that store,
you looked sad. You were mad.
Yeah, I was mad.
That you had to do.
I was upset. I believe you. Listen, I understand I might have did a shitty thing, but I'm the victim here.
It wasn't a shitty thing.
It was a pissy thing to do. But I'm the victim here. If you watch me on the security camera, you'd see me trying.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're just like, why didn't you go? Because I didn't have to go before I left the house.
Yeah.
I had to go then. And I had ample time to get to a bathroom, but I was fucking bamboozled. They said that, oh, yeah, I get back there and it's locked. I get to the front and they're just like, oh, that means somebody's in it. So I get back there. I'm waiting. There's nobody in there. So I try to go find the guy again. And by the time I get back, there's 3 elderly people. And I'm in the.
You can just blame them. It's fine. They 100% thought it was one of the old people, not you.
Also,
just
we're not revealing what store it was.
Yeah.
It's not the first time it's happened there.
Okay.
It can't be.
It's definitely a store where there's
fine.
piss on the floor.
Yeah.
It's
Macy's. No, it's not Macy's.
I don't even think there are any Macy's anymore.
I think they're gone.
I think Macy's is gone.
Really? Is it gone?
Rip. Yeah.
I mean,
I thought Kohl's was, but
I think Kohl's is like on the brink of being gone, which is crazy.
You know what's on the brink of being gone? Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Bed Bath & Beyond. I wonder if he killed himself or if he just fell. Maybe he got super drunk and fell.
Nah, I bet that's suicide for sure.
Do you smell that? That's a murder most foul.
Oh, I'm like, what?
I smell a mystery. This man didn't kill himself. This man was murdered.
They say
It's been a
man who jumped from the 18th floor of New York City. Okay, so this story says he jumped.
Did he hurt anybody on the way down?
I don't think so.
Imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
I have. The entire time I've been imagining seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, like I would have been
Is that why you're
You're not fine with it?
yeah. It is. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, it's okay. I've seen worse.
Really? So that means I fall in the better category.
I think when I don't think money would make me kill myself.
No.
I've been broke. I've been very broke.
But is that like go to jail money?
I don't think so. I don't think he was going to go to jail. I think he was
lose
embarrassed.
everything.
Yeah, he's going to lose his, condo and whatever. Also, I don't want to kill myself for a lot of reasons. Like, I have no desire to kill myself. I've been in that dark place before, but it's not something that I've thought about for a long time. And even more so now because I have life insurance policies on for me, and then they don't pay out.
Yeah,
and I want my kids to be taken care of. Do you have a life insurance policy?
No.
Do you?
I did at my last job. I don't know if I put one out at this one.
Well, I'm always telling people not a bad thing to invest in.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, do your
But what if I want to kill
POA
myself
and stuff,
someday?
too.
Well, then don't.
What if I want to kill myself someday?
But I'm just saying, like, especially if you have like people in your life, like
Right.
AJ, you don't have kids,
Right, that's
and like
true.
you don't have kids either, but you at least have like a husband.
I'm not going to have
Yeah.
kids either.
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
Same, fuck
no,
no.
I don't want kids. Are you kidding me? Sounds like
No
the worst
thanks.
idea.
I
I
know.
mean, you're a great dad and you love it, but that's not
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, kids are cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't want to be a parent.
yeah, I
That's the
don't,
problem.
exactly.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And nobody's ever
And
sold
work.
me on it.
I'm lazy. No,
Like,
no.
no one's ever sold me on being a parent. Nobody's ever, every time you every single time as a young person, how many times did an older member of the same sex come up to you and go, don't get married. Don't have kids. Like, don't have kids. A lot of old male Jews.
I would get that.
Boy,
more-
don't have
yeah.
kids.
I would get that more when I like first started comedy. Like I get because like when I first started comedy, I was like the 22-year-old kid hanging out with dudes in their like 30s and 40s, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, don't ever get married." Like there wasn't really the culture of the Mormons. That was like the most adults that I was hanging around
Yeah.
as a kid. Also, like I was thinking about this today. I never really had an adult that I looked up to in my life, and I'm like, he's cool. I thought they were all dipshits.
Really?
Really?
I guess all the adults. I mean, I don't think anybody really looks up to their parents because they're your parents.
I think there are people that look up to their parents.
No, I know, but like I think I don't know how many people that like really look up to their parents. They're kind of like, oh, those are the people that raised me.
Mhm.
That's cool.
It is
But
what it is.
and I love my parents.
Yeah.
But like the people I looked up to was just like Batman.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, Batman's
He
cool.
didn't even have parents.
Yeah, he didn't even have them.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like I don't know, Mick Foley
Yeah.
or something like.
Fuck yeah.
Like all the
Sacco.
people that I guess I idolized and looked up to were like so far away and
Yeah.
distant.
Mhm.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying is like
Mm.
the people that were in my life, and like there was definitely people that like influenced me, but there wasn't like one adult like I saw things that my dad did that were good, and like he was a hardworking guy, but then he worked so hard, but he didn't ever seem happy about anything.
I don't
Like,
admire hard workers.
I
Like people who brag about like I work so hard. I'm like, you're a sap.
Sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's that's
Sucks.
great. Okay,
well, and
fine.
that's kind of thing is because work is such a big part of your life that you don't get to enjoy it, and that's why I focus so hard on doing something and like working hard at not working. Like
Yeah.
that's what I worked hard at, was like being able to do things like this, the radio show, stand up, because even though it's my work, it's always satisfying to do it. Whereas my dad, you know, he was a bricklayer and he ran this company, he made lots of money, and he was satisfied by the work that he did. But like there was so much other overhead and things going wrong and people to be that could mess things up.
No.
That there was no peace of mind. There was no like
Well,
relaxing
right.
time.
the buck stopped though with us. Like the workplace has changed.
Oh yeah,
Like nobody
and they don't want to wrap their head around it.
Yeah, they don't want to wrap their head around it. Like the workplace has changed. Like nobody's giving 2 weeks notice anymore.
No.
People are quitting on the spot.
Yeah.
And they're walking out.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
No.
Like, and well,
No, I mean because
so actually, we were talking about this on the show, on the Alan Cox show a few weeks ago, and we were talking about quiet quitting and how people like
you are just kind of like just not working, collecting a paycheck.
but really all it is, quiet quitting is like, and someone came up with the term acting your wage, where you're just
Yeah.
doing the work that you're required to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not going above and beyond, which like that's how you should work anyway.
Unless there's like a specific place that you're
Right. Trying to get to.
but yeah. Normalized.
But for a lot of jobs, there's not a lot of upward mobility. Like you're not
Right.
going to be able to get a raise or
But if you
anything like
love
that.
what you do, that's different.
Right. Well, and
Right.
that's why I went in the direction of doing what I love,
Mhm.
because
Right.
it can be frustrating, but it's like a good frustrating, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I can't get this to work, or like I had this really bad gig, but the good gigs those bad gigs make you appreciate the good gigs so much, and like, you know, bombing makes you appreciate killing, like all these different things. Having a good radio show versus like a bad, like I've been very lucky in that way, like where I get to really enjoy what I do on a daily basis, and that's meant more to me than monetary gain or notoriety or anything. It's just like
I need enough to live, man.
I like to go to work every day.
Yeah,
and that's awesome.
Yeah,
because there's so many people that will try and talk shit to me, and they're like, you're just like the sidekick on radio. I'm like, I'm a sidekick on an awesome radio show.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's
Why
fun.
not?
Like, I don't have to go and, to New York and LA and like try and grind it. Because that's why I didn't want to be the guy that was fighting with comics and like trying to like claw his way to the top. Because then that ruins it. It makes it not fun anymore. And like, I had that time in my career where I was the guy that was like, I was trying to be the best. I'm going to be the best, hardest working. And I was pretty miserable. I was like, oh, that's not the point. That's not why I'm doing this.
That's I mean, we talked about this several shows ago where you said that in a way I kind of taught you that. In a way, well, you kind of like picked that up from me, where I kind of worked the same way.
Well, you worked that way in a way that I see, like, to the point, but like I made it to the point where I'm like, I'm making my money.
Right. You're making your money.
Yeah. And like that's kind of where we differentiate. I'm like, I want you to be here with me, where like you're making money doing what you love rather than working other jobs and then get to do this.
Right.
And that's kind of like, and that was what the whole like Saturday Night Live fight was about.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Which they just lost a bunch of cast members, so maybe you'll get a job at Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really? Yeah. Why they lose a bunch of cast members?
They lost 3 more. They lost. Well, they didn't bring them back. They didn't bring back. Who was it? Because at the end of the season, Pete Davidson left, Adie Bryant left,
Kate
McKinnon, and one more, I think. But then they also just lost. Who was that guy's name? I gotta look up his name.
I don't know.
Who just left? I got this computer here. Let's use this. Cast members. SNL cast members that just left.
Now,
what if AJ just
3 more?
us
Melissa
for SNL?
Villaseñor, Alex Moffat, and Aristotle Athari. Who I didn't know him. He was like more of a player. I don't think he was like a full cast. But Melissa's amazing. Do you know her?
I haven't really watched her show.
Melissa Villaseñor is a very funny impressionist, and she did some of my favorite sketches over the past few years. One in particular comes to mind where she plays this old lady that's like on her deathbed, and they're all like her family's all around her, and like she hasn't been responsive for days, and then they start playing "This Is How You Remind Me" from Nickelback, and that like brings her back, and she starts singing it, and they all like get into it, and then at the end of the sketch, she just dies.
Did you ever see Will Ferrell's audition tape for Saturday Night Live?
No.
He's just pretending to be a kitty cat.
I love him.
It's so funny. He just has like a ball of yarn. He's like,
and that's for what he did for his.
That's really what he did. That's just what he did.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. He's a funny guy. I'm gonna go out and say this. He's a funny guy.
That's a hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take, Willie.
Well, here's the one that I've seen is he did the get off the shed bit.
It might have been all combined. He closed out with the cat.
Yeah. But like the get off the shed was one of the best SNL. Get off the shed. It's a great bit. Yeah, I still try to watch SNL every week. It's just.
Do you watch it every Saturday night or do you DVR?
I try to I don't get upset when I'm like home on a Saturday night and I can watch it live, because there's something about watching it live where like every once in a while you'll catch somebody say fuck or something, and that's kind of fun. But then also like it's just like seeing, like knowing that we're in real time together. It makes it kind of exciting.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same thing if I'm not watching it live. But I haven't really been home Saturday nights like in a long time to really watch it.
Yeah. So when I am home on a Saturday Night Live, I'll definitely, tune in, but it's also
I always get excited for the
I don't go
musical
out of my
guest.
way. What's that?
I always get excited for the musical guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always got someone good on there.
They usually get someone good or someone that I haven't heard of, and then I'm like turned.
I think that's
to
how I
new
heard.
music.
No. I think I wanted to say that's how I heard of the National, but I think I knew about the National before.
Well, one of my favorite was Halsey, like 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years, probably 3 years ago now, because it was before the pandemic. She sang this song. I think it was called West Side, and she sings the song while she's like doing a painting at the same time, and it was like one of the, like, without her being sexual, I'm like, this is so sexy.
Yeah.
Like her painting and singing at the same time, like, oh, you're hitting all my art girl loves right now. And she was so cute. And so, like, it was a great painting too. And it was a great song. So, like, I thought that was a really cool performance. And there's a lot of like iconic performances. And I like how people try and push the envelope on there and come up with something creative, or sometimes they just go up there and just fucking rock out.
Well, there's the Elvis Costello performance. I don't know if you ever heard about that one.
Didn't he get banned?
He got banned for like 30 years. And
What?
Then, like,
What did he do?
They wanted him to perform one song. He's just like, it doesn't really make sense
Mm-hmm.
for me to perform that. That's a song, like a political British song, and nobody's gonna understand it here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do Radio.
Yeah.
And Radio is a song that like criticizes mainstream media.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Right. Yeah.
we're on NBC.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, fine. So like they get like 4 bars into the one song they want him to play, and then he stops the band. He goes, we're gonna do Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did
Damn.
it, and then he got banned. But like 30
12
years
years.
later,
Only 12 years.
wait, what?
Costello was banned for 12 years.
Okay,
But that's still awesome.
yeah,
It's a badass story.
it is
And it's-
badass.
yeah.
And then he got brought back on like the 25th anniversary with the Beastie Boys,
Oh.
and they
huh.
played that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And like that's the thing with like Lorne Michaels is like he kind of rules that show with an iron fist, but I think sometimes he knows he messed up, and like he did kind of make amends and like kind of like, all right, well, yeah, that was that was actually the right thing to do.
Well, he's messed up so many times. Like, I mean, not casting Jim Carrey. Like, I bet he like
not
loses
casting Jim
sleep
Carrey
over
or
that.
not using people the way that they should have been used. I mean, you had guys that were really great performers, especially during that era in the 90s where like you had Chris Rock and Jay Moore, but they were all kind of these background characters. They didn't get a lot of...
you had Phil Hartman and Chris Farley. It was their show.
Right,
It
exactly.
was the Phil Hartman and Chris Farley show.
But you didn't even like keep them around long enough to let them develop and get their like...
You fired
Sandler.
Right. And did he fire Sandler?
He fired Sandler.
I don't know. I don't remember him firing Sandler.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
He fired Sandler.
He fired Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
But I mean, he said "fuck" on the air.
Yeah.
You gotta get fired after that.
I don't know if you do.
Well, but yeah, I don't know. But Sandler had a good run though. He lasted for like 5 years.
He had a good run, but he was also like kind of bummed when he got the boot. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
why
but
it
you
took
can't be
forever
on there
before he went
forever.
back.
I mean, 5 years is a good run on Saturday Night Live.
It is a good run, but it's also like I think
Who did he fire him for?
The key is to let him return, or to leave on your own terms, not get fired. So,
right. No, I understand that, but I don't know.
And the thing is, Sandler struggled so much after he left SNL.
Right. Yeah. He didn't.
He just his career never recovered.
Yeah, he faded into obscurity.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That Adam Sandler fella.
It'd be just funny.
No,
like,
but also
if you think back, like when Billy Madison came out, and you're like, hey, just so you know, this guy's going to make $6 billion at the box office over his career.
That's insane.
Which is
Crazy. Yeah.
It's so weird. SNL has never, when it went from the mid to the late 90s to the early 2000s, like there's never been a smoother transition of talent.
You think?
Ever. No, absolutely not. Because you have the original cast that transitioned to a garbage cast in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like that nobody remembers. Eddie Murphy comes.
Turns it around, and
then it kind of dips again.
When was so I think Eddie Murphy, like after he left, that was when they brought in Robert Downey Jr. and
well, they had that real awful year, where it was just like free agents. They brought on like Julia Louis-Dreyfus was there, Robert Downey Jr.
I think she was there before
Eddie Murphy. No.
All right, let me.
No, she was not there before Eddie Murphy. But like it was a scene. You went from Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, David Spade, Phil Hartman, into Will Ferrell, Anna Gasteyer, Rachel Dratch, Chris Kattan, Tracy Morgan. Like you went like from this like slowly bridged into like another awesome cast.
She was on 82 to 85.
And then when was Eddie Murphy on?
Let me see when Eddie Murphy was on. I think they were on at the same time.
Were they on at the same time?
Eddie Murphy was on. He was 80 to 84.
Okay, so they 2 years they shared together.
Yeah. But she was just someone that they brought in. But there was like that, like right after he left in 84, where like the only person that had any heat on there was Joe Piscopo, and he was nothing without Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
That's when it was.
It kind of went to that weird year.
He was like
Lorne
this
Michaels
brat pack
left.
of
I think Michaels left for a year or two.
Yeah. Do you know who else was on that year?
Who?
Or like around that same time?
Oh yeah, there was like a ton of people.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, he was a cast member too. There was a bunch of weird cast members that year in the 80s. I think Christopher Guest was a cast member.
Yeah.
But I love Christopher Guest.
He was in season 11 at age 17.
Who? Eddie Murphy?
No, Anthony Michael Hall. Do you know Anthony Michael Hall?
Yeah.
Maybe if I saw the
him.
face.
Have you seen Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
He was a nerd.
He was the nerd.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then he was in Weird Science, and he was like part of
he's
that
a nerd.
80s Brat Pack type thing. But then like the thing is when he's also
the Dead Zone. He was on the Dead Zone.
But also he was. Did you ever seen Edward Scissorhands?
Yes. Yeah.
So he's Winona Ryder's dick boyfriend in that. Because
it's been a while. I haven't.
So he went from this like skinny little nerdy kid, and then he grew and he's like 6'2" and like grew to a real man, like a hulking kind of dude. So he couldn't keep playing those same roles.
Yeah.
He was like the opposite of McLovin, like where McLovin still kind of look. He's like,
exactly
McLovin.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks about the same. But Anthony Michael Hall, like he was the newscaster that the Joker kidnapped in The Dark Knight.
Oh, okay,
From GNN. Yep. So he's had an interesting career.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was one season of SNL. Who else was on that season? Season 11. 11 SNL cast. There's not a lot of people, like no one, like this was when it was almost taken down. Like it was almost done. All right, so you had, there's some people on here that you're going to be like, I had no idea that they were on
I
SNL.
won't be surprised because I've done this deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joan Cusack.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Okay. Robert Downey Jr. Nora Dunn. Anthony Michael Hall. John Lovitz. Dennis Miller. Randy Quaid. I didn't know Randy Quaid.
That one kind of shocks me. Yeah.
Terry Sweeney. And Denitra Vance. And then the featured players were A. Whitney Brown, who ended up on The Daily Show a few years later, when that got like probably a decade later. Al Franken, Don Novello, Dan Vitale. I don't even know who that is. And then Damon Wayans. I never knew that Damon Wayans was on SNL.
I didn't know that either. That one did shock me. That one threw me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. probably got that play because his uncle was the head writer for years, Jim Downey.
Oh, really?
That
makes sense. Yeah.
His uncle is Jim Downey.
I mean, he's pretty well connected, and Robert Downey Jr. is.
And his dad was Robert Downey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad he figured it out because he's just such a great actor, and like for him to like
a little rough patch
there's a movie called Heart and Soul.
Oh, the movie's great.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, where like there's a bunch of ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that
I
movie.
do know this movie. This
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
It's a very fun movie, and I saw that movie when I was a kid.
Wasn't Charles Grodin in that?
I think so.
Yeah. Who are the ghosts? They're like famous. Like
Is this the one with like the accident?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who else is in that? Yeah.
Pound Cake's calling me. What's up, buddy? I'm recording my podcast.
Oh, I was just editing mine. I just have a question. So I made a joke on my podcast saying that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar for getting raped by a bear in The Revenant. Would I get in trouble for that?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
It's going to be on my podcast now, too. That's how confident I am that you won't get in trouble for that.
Ooh.
I was just making sure because he really did get an Oscar for literally getting mauled and raped by a bear.
I don't think he got raped if you've seen the movie, but that was like a joke that went around the internet when it happened.
Yeah.
I know, and that's why I made it. But okay, that's all I needed. Thank you.
You made somebody else's joke. Good job. All right, bye.
I need someone to co-sign my cancel.
All right. I'm always ready to. Oh, that was funny out of nowhere. All right, Heart and Soul's the movie. Because, the cast is pretty crazy in that. Charles Grodin. Alfred Woodard, who is very recognizable. Kira Sedgwick.
Yes.
She's in it. Tom Sizemore, Elizabeth Shue. I mean, it's an all-star cast. David Paymer. Like, everybody that is in that movie, like, you've seen in a bunch of other things. I love that movie, and I saw that when I was a kid in the theater. I'm like, this is a really fun movie, and that's like that was my introduction to Robert Downey Jr. And then I heard about all the drug stuff years later, and I'm like, what the hell? This guy that was like dancing and pretending to be a black woman, like. Yeah.
Yep, that was him.
I love how like every 2 years, people try and come at him for. His role in Tropic Thunder.
Such a good movie.
It's such a great.
They don't get it.
But no, they get shot down immediately because everybody knows what he was doing.
Yeah. They're like, it's called high art when he does it. You fucking idiots. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode, I think. Do you guys got anything you want to plug?
Nope, nothing in particular.
Just the usual.
Just the ye old.
Well, plug
OnlyFans, Tommi LC.
And then AJ?
Nothing.
I got a special coming out in November. I'll have more details for it soon. And then like and subscribe and tell some people about this podcast. Let's keep the numbers going. They're looking real good. They kind of like went down a little bit, but they've been on their way back up.
Hell yeah.
In a pretty good way. So we'll see you guys next week.
This is the Bill Squire Show.